Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Majin Toys, the king of the cheapskates, and we got another package in the mail today. This guy, Cooler, ran me about $30. Let's open him up. Cooler came to Earth after hearing about the defeat of his little brother, Frieza, at the hands of the one known as Goku. He took his Ginyu squad and ran the Fade across the planet before Goku turned Super Saiyan and slapped him into the sun. He Kamehameha'd him into the sun, which he somehow survived and became Metal Cooler, but that's beyond the scope of this video. So if you look online, the average Cooler figure is going to run you about $50 to $100. Again, I got this guy cheap, used. That's why he came in this package. First impressions of this guy, I'm really vibing with him. He looks really cool. Just kind of blew me away. Just, you know, when you open up the package and you see what's inside for the first time. Just very imposing physique going on. The colors really pop. I like the tail. He's so strong. He literally ripped open the hefty bag. That little gash right there was caused by him. And he's an action figure. That's how strong. That speaks to the scale of these Dragon Ball Z guys. Here he is up close and personal. I really like the mask. The mask look on him, I think, is so cool. The face looks so scary, just like Cooler from the movie. He has that blue orb on his head, and he's got these pointy bits, whatever they are, these scary pointy bits. They took the time to paint his nails black, as you can see from his thumbs here. Same thing going on with his feet. Took the time to paint his nails black. Cooler got a pedicure. Here he is from behind. All these blue orbs, I think, look so sleek on him. It's just a simple paint job, but whatever they did, it just, with the lighting going on, it makes it look really cool. I'm not noticing a ton of sculpt lines on him. If you look closely on his forearms here, he does have some. Same thing with his biceps. I'm going to pop his head off real quick here. You can also see some on his traps. And just like the Janemba figure, he has some on the sides of his little crop top thing here. None of the sculpt lines are particularly visible, so I really don't mind it too much. Now my Cooler, again, he is used, so he does have a little smudge right here. Little speck of orange Goku gi got splattered on him in their fight. Going to turn his head. I also really like the ear. Again, just a lot of just effort put into it. If you look closely, there's also a bunch of wrinkles on him. You could see it on the back in particular. Some of his, like, pop off the head again. Some of his shoulders things have it, whatever these things are. It's also on his horns here, his little devil horns. You could see some of these little creases and folds. It's a really tiny detail that, honestly, if I were making this figure, I probably would have left out, but yeah, I think it looks really nice on the guy. Overall, the sculpt looks really good. As for the articulation, this figure is very good. Most of his joints work as you'd expect from an action figure like this. You can move the arms. The shoulder sculpt surprisingly doesn't really get in the way. Like, he's not gonna scratch his head or anything, but it's pretty good, all things considered. Now, he can't look up and down with his head, but what's pretty cool about this guy is that he can look up and down with his neck. Yeah, there's like a neck joint there. I like that a lot. His torso here has some flexibility, as you can see. Something I really like about this guy is his splits. Dragon Star's figures are really bad at being able to do that. So let's take his arch rival, Goku here, for example. This is from the Broly 2-pack, and Goku, as you can see, cannot do the splits very far for the life of him. And it really sucks if you want to pose these guys in like an action pose or something. His feet work about as feet would. Since this is a used figure, this foot's really fallen off a lot. His shin boot things don't really have a swivel to it. You can't like move it back and forth. As for the tail, I really like the tail on this guy. He's got the same tail as like Janemba and Frieza. There's an extra swivel joint right here. You can move it this way, swivel it like this, and then whatever this white thing is, the tip of his tail can also get another swivel. Cooler cannot beat his chest. This is the closest I can get it to do. He's not doing it. Again, same problem with a lot of the Dragon Stars. A lot of their flexibility is really bad. And here he is with his open hands. Again, I really appreciate the painted nails. It's just a little bit of detail that I think brings out a lot of life to a figure like this. His foot! This foot's been giving me a lot of trouble. It just won't stay in. Nothing a little DIY fix-up can't handle, though.
Hey, Cooler, I bet you can't hold this.
So this is Frieza Form 1 for reference. I actually had some trouble balancing him just to put these two side by side, but thankfully, he has a tail you can balance him on. That's also something I really appreciate about this guy compared to Cooler. Cooler's tail, like if you try and bring it down as much as you can, it doesn't really look natural to like balance him if you want to use the tail to do that. Like it's not impossible if you want to put him in a more chill pose, but with Frieza's tail, it just looks a lot more natural no matter what you do with it. If you want to use it as like a tripod balance thing going on. Something else I was hoping for would be one of these Key Blast death balls. Just because it had it in the movie, it's a nice homage. But unfortunately, he doesn't come with the hand to do it. Frieza here's got a little pointy finger to do it, and it didn't come with the death ball either. Overall, I gotta say it's a pretty good figure. I definitely got a steal for $30. Visually, it looks pretty nice. The purple's maybe a little bit off. I wish it came with more accessories, but that's no fault on a used figure. His arm and leg joint here are also a little loose. That's okay. For a used figure, it's really in pretty good condition, all things considered. I'd say this figure is pretty cool.
I give this a 1 out of 10.
This must be the power you used to kill my brother. Well, don't think that I'll...
Not going anywhere for a while? Grab a Snickers.